was saying, like, it's like a lot of people, they understand our perspective and they feel what we're saying, but it's just something deep down inside of them that's allowing them to not really believe in it full force. And it's like you're not doing anything by thinking like that, but hurting yourself. And
Yeah, because you're limiting your way of thinking.
bro, and it's like people are well aware of what the hell is going on, yet they still insist on denying it or fucking just being on bullshit. But the thing that I don't understand is that what incentive do I get out of trying to open up someone's mind? I don't get no incentive out of that. So I don't understand why people feel like I have an ulterior motive behind the shit that I do, because in reality, I could I could care less about what the hell somebody else got going on. But with me, I feel like if I know something and I'm aware of it, and it's something that people aren't aware of, I wouldn't be doing my duty by just keeping it to myself. You feel me?
Yeah, I think from other people's standpoint also, I think it's just that we're challenging their egos, and they're caught up in that sense of thinking where like they hold everything they think, they hold it to a high pedestal.
Hmm.
And like us speaking about the truth, it kind of makes them feel like, oh, they're not better than me, or who do they think they are? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then it's not even a matter of me thinking I'm better than you, doing whatever. Because I say it all the time. What I'm doing, everybody else is capable of. Because the internet, anybody can get on the internet. So I don't. It just doesn't make sense to me how people will get mad and challenge how you feel without doing the research.
Right, right.
Because the research is available to everyone. And then another thing that I don't understand, and some people may think that like I'm being an asshole, but it's not even that. Like I'll post something on my Instagram story, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
somebody will ask me like, "Yo, what does this mean? What's the meaning behind that?" And my response is, do a duck duck go search on whatever the topic is, and you will have a better understanding of it. Because I don't have a problem explaining shit to people. Like that's not a problem at all. What I
Yeah.
have a problem with is explaining something to people and then they taking my word at face value and thinking that's what it is. Because for one, I'm still learning. Not saying that I'm out here giving misinformation, but you just can't take nobody word at face value, and you have to do the research for yourself. And people say they understand you, but they really don't understand you. Some people will say they understand you just to be cool or just to be a part of the conversation. But my thing is, I care more about people truly understanding. I don't even care if you understand it. I want you to overstand it. So if if the issue comes up and you're just talking to someone, you can just talk about it without
Yeah.
without no problem, because that's the type of person I am. It's like I'm not centered around one thing. So no matter what the issue is, I can just talk about it to anybody. And like a lot of people aren't capable of doing that.
Facts. Facts.
And like I know I talk a lot, so I'm gonna try give you.
No, no, no. I like to hear other people talk too, because it when I think about it, like I'm not really a straightforward, like outspoken type of person, but
Mhm.
when I do like hear other people's thoughts and how they um bring stuff up, it triggers other thoughts and other conversations. You get me?
Yeah, and then it's like my mind works so crazy that it's just like I can jump from topic to topic to topic to topic, but I
Yeah, yeah.
I want to like just kind of have some structure to it, because that's how it is when you finding out shit that ain't true, that you believe to be true. So it's like the information is overwhelming. It's like
Yeah.
I literally go to work, come home, do some research, and do the same shit all over again. It's gotten to a point to where like I'm I love making music and doing music, but it's gotten to the point to where I'm so in such a deep search for the truth that I'll put people on
Bro,
the back burner, like
pause right there real quick. You sound just like me. You sound like just like me. Like, bro, like we're on the same thing. Cause I was doing music. I swear, I was using Logic Pro X, and I had 2 studio speakers. I had the keyboard. I was making music, the mic, the whole studio setup, and I couldn't really focus on the music because I felt like there was more to my life. Like I felt like if I went the music route, I wouldn't be able to help people the way I want to because they would be blinded by the way my music would come out because of how it would fit the social. You get me? Like
Yeah.
so I couldn't really focus on the music so much. So I literally like 2 3 months ago sold all my music stuff, and I want to heal people. That's my main goal. Like I really do. Like music to me, I loved music. I still love music. I still want to make it and stuff, but not until people are actually rappers are actually out there delivering a message that I can like relate to, and not until I actually help people because I really want to heal people. That's the thing. Like I see all these people around me dying from cancer and diseases and all this, but there's ways of healing them, but they depend on the medical system. You get me? Like it's just like the truth's out there too. I've been looking up the flat earth, what in Egypt, like all the ancient Egyptians, they knew all about, or we stole all their ideas. They were in the medical field. They knew all about doing surgeries. They knew all about holistic medicine. They
Mhm.
knew all about architecture. They knew everything, and we stole it and we hid the books. We hid the information, and now it's our job to find that information. You know?
And see, like taking that into account is just like that's what when I told you earlier, like I don't worry about being targeted or whatever that shit is because it's like when you're confident in what you believe and you're in tune with your spirituality, you don't have anything to worry about because you're just protected by the spirit. And it's like now that I'm thinking about it and the place that I'm at in my life, I will always wonder how the hell I am how I am because like I was I was lucky enough to not have any health issues, not to ever break anything, just all around good health. And I feel like that's because it's like I wasn't always in tune with my spirit, but it's just I've always felt like I was always like a my mom she would consider me a rebel without a cause. But the thing is, of course that's how you're gonna feel if you don't understand the cause and where I'm coming from. So that's why I named the stream Are You Open Minded? Because it's like a lot of people claim to be open minded, but they aren't as open minded as they think they is. Because
Yeah,
how the hell
that's a smart name.
how the hell are you open minded, but you're set on this particular position? That's just the complete opposite of being open minded if you set on how you feel about something.
Facts.
Like I was having a conversation with someone the other day, right? And this person told me that they don't believe that the earth is flat, but they don't believe the earth is flat and they don't believe in aliens. So how the hell you don't believe the earth is flat and not believe in aliens, but you believe in space? And they believe that NASA sent the fucking rocket through the fucking dome. Every time I use that analogy about how like you just if you were to like send a rocket through the dome and like how wouldn't that not be an issue with either the rocket exploding, the seal of the like the dome being broken? There's so many issues that go hand in hand with this idea that doesn't make sense. That it's just like people go with what they're told instead of using their fucking brain. Like let me pull up this meme and like when I seen this shit, bro, I'm like, yo, this is exactly how people are, and it's just sad. But basically the meme was a picture of someone like handing a brain to someone as like saying like, yo, use this. But the on the other hand, the hand is pushing the brain away, and the text says, "Nah, I'll just believe NASA instead." And like that's really how a lot of people look at this shit. Because, bro, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not into science. I'm not good at math. I'm not into none of that shit. But you don't need to know a scientific formula or how to do equations or some shit to know that something doesn't have logic and doesn't make sense. That's just
Yeah.
natural. But they go to the furthest extent to prove that the earth is round instead of trying to understand why we saying it's flat. That just
You
don't make.
still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, your picture just okay. Never mind.
I
All
think
right.
what happens is every time one of us talks, it like switches over and put whoever's talking on the screen. So that's why it's like keep switching back and forth.
Yeah. Nah, but I seen that image where the dude's handing them the brain and it says what is it? Nah, I believe in NASA instead.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing with a lot of people, man. They're not open minded. They're using other people's information and using it as their own. They're using that as the weapon when they're not using their own brains.
And it's
Their
like,
own,
go ahead, you can finish.
their own logic, but carry on.
But it's like I'll watch like a YouTube video just to gain information, but I'm not watching that video and taking what the motherfucker that's teaching in the video saying as it is what it is. I'm taking some of that knowledge, and with me doing that, I'm doing my own research on the knowledge and then coming to a conclusion.
Yes, exactly.
On my Instagram, that is just simply to share it with other people. But some people are under the impression that that's how I feel or that's what I believe. When in all reality, I'm doing you a favor because this shit is so funny. Like it don't make no sense. That's how funny it is. But people will complain about my story being so fucking long. But if you watch my story, you can probably learn more from watching my story than you ever learned from sitting in the fucking classroom. And you'll probably come across some shit that you never even knew existed or never even knew was a thing. So, and like, bro, people just so stupid. They don't even know they stupid. Like someone said to me, I don't even watch your story. I just click through it to get it off of my get all of the stories off of my page. And I'm thinking, if that's the case, what the fuck is the point of following me if you're not gonna watch my shit?
Right?
So that just shows you how people want to keep up with you. They want to see if you're doing good, they want to see if you're doing bad. When in reality, if you don't care about somebody and you don't watch their shit, what's the point in following them?
Don't make sense. It sounds like they're just there to troll.
You know what that's called? That's called being delusional. Because if you don't like someone or you don't care about them, why the hell are you constantly watching their shit? Like, why? I just don't understand it. And then another thing, people are so in denial. They know that they be in denial, but still deal with the same shit. Like, let's say the fraternity shit, for instance. I had a lot of people butthurt and in their feelings because of the fraternity shit. But if the shit wasn't true, you wouldn't be butthurt in your feelings. So me seeing that you're butthurt and in your feelings about some shit that I'm saying shows the real you. You feel me?
Yeah.
If all of the fraternity shit ain't true, why do you feel the need to even defend it or say something? I get that you're a part of the organization, but if you know for a fact that you're not doing none of that shit that the fraternities is doing that's not righteous, why even partake in a dialogue? You don't have to defend something if you know it's not right.
Yeah, I find myself doing that same thing though. Like sometimes I see like a lot of people, they're like, black people are more superior, or like, you know, like it kind of gets me feeling like, then what about us Mexicans? What about everybody else in the world?
The thing is, believe it or not, I used to be one of them Black Power, Black Lives Matter, one of them type niggas that like on some Black Power shit.
Yeah.
But then as I really start getting in tune with my spirituality and I started doing research and shit, I realized that this shit ain't even about black or white. Because if you really think about it and think deep, if you're not a part of that 1%, if you white, black, Mexican, Chinese, Asian, whatever, they look at the 1% looks at you just as much as a nigger as they look at me. So anybody that's not one part of that 1%, The 1% looking at them as any derogatory name in a book you could think of. So what we need to do is stop all the bullshit and get rid of the division and realize we have more in common than we don't.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you think about it, if we're stuck on all this stuff, is just made for us to be stuck on. Like it's not made for us to move forward in life. Like how are we supposed to progress in life and advance in life as a civilization when we got all these ways of division? We got education teaching people not the wrong things. We got black and white division. We got religion. We got all these obstacles that are preventing us from becoming advanced civilization, and actually saving the world when we got all these pressing issues.
And bro, it's like it's getting to the point to where like I want to help people, and like I really genuinely care about like the betterment of the masses, but it's getting to a point to where like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And it's like some people are okay being under indoctrination and okay dealing with some bullshit. So it's just like those people, what can you do? Like what can you honestly do? As optimistic as you want to be, and as much as you hope that they wake up and see what the fuck is going on, if they don't do it themselves, there's not really much that you can do, honestly.
That's true. That's true what you said. Because you can lead them to the truth, but you can't make them accept it. That's exactly what you said, basically.
Because it's like much people, I just can't understand how people are so okay being under the indoctrination of something that is completely false. And then the thing is, when you don't know you're under indoctrination and someone's tell you that you're indoctrinated, instead of trying to listen and understand them, you being defensive and combating everything they saying without even because it's like a lot of people may think or feel like I'm being condescending or whatever the case is. No matter how anybody feels about anything that I say, I don't care, because at the end of the day, look what my hat say. You can't control me. So if you don't like something that I'm doing, you got two choices. Get the fuck over it or remove yourself from my life so I'm not affecting your mood and fucking your shit up. Because what people have a problem doing is having a sense of entitlement that doesn't exist. So people will feel like you're entitled to do shit for them, feel like shit should go their way, when in reality, the only person you gotta do shit for is you. And then that's when your family and anyone else that you care about comes into play. But in reality, the only person you gotta make sure is good is you.
Yup, fill your cup and then let whatever pours over, let the other people absorb it.
Bro, and I just feel like an original is worth far much more than a copy. Yet there are so many carbon copy clones of like celebrities, people wanting to be other people. I just really don't understand why people put these celebrities on a fucking pedestal like they're not normal humans just like us.
Right? It's because the media, they control, whoever controls the media controls the power, basically, because they feed the minds of the people. When people go home after work, they watch TV, they absorb everything that's on TV, on Instagram, and that's what's made popular, and celebrities get paid to entertain. So they're how do you say it? They're slaves, basically, because all they're doing is trying to entertain the people. They're when you break the word down, entertainment. Mm-hmm. They're straight. How do you say it?
See, bro, and it's crazy that you said that, because there's a lot of words that if you break them down, there's a symbolic meaning behind it that goes over a lot of people's head without them even understanding. Like, let's use woman for existence. Remember how we was on live a couple of weeks ago, and I was telling you like basically the ancestors worship the womb, and the keyword in woman is like you can say womb man, but they switched it to woman because only a woman has a womb where they produce life, and life comes from that womb. So why you think they're called a woman? But the key word in woman is womb, just without the B.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, like, if you break down words and shit, the
They
meaning
have
behind it will blow
multiple
your fucking
meanings.
mind. It'll blow your mind. But they done finessed us to where the shit is so simple, but when we hear it, we feel like it's so complex. But that's because we've been indoctrinated to believe that we can't use all of the natural things that are given to us to use. And it's like I still have a lot more research to do, but the more you know, the more you grow. And I just honestly feel like I can only speak for myself, but I will never feel like I know it all. I will never feel like I'm better than anyone. I will never feel like I know more than someone, because no matter how much you know, no matter who you are, there's always room for improvement. And just because you may feel like you're doing something the right way, that may not be what the reality of the circumstance is. So what a lot of people don't do is keep it real with themselves, and then when they don't get the results they're expecting or results they're looking for, they get mad at everybody else but them damn selves.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense. So it's just like it's just a matter of keeping it real with yourself and really truly being open-minded, because you're not open. Now listen, because this is kind of a conflicting thing. It's it's a difference between what's known and what's to be proven, and like theories and shit. So when people ask me, when I tell people I don't believe in God, they say, "Oh, why?" Well, I'm not gonna say I don't believe in God. I don't believe in the idea of God that they gave us.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Same here. Same here.
they're saying, "Oh, how you don't believe in God, but you're acknowledging that there's a creator or a higher power," because you don't have to accept and explain the obvious. It's obvious that we got here from a force that's higher than us.
Right.
That's,
Exactly.
that's fucking obvious. We know that's a known fact. Like that's known. The idea of Jesus, Buddha, Allah, and all these other religions, that's not proven. That's just that's speculation. And that's what someone told you.
You see, if you want to write this down or look it up, if anything, back then they had it was called the Council of Nicaea, and that's when they gave the people the religion. They picked out a few books and decided to call this the religion for the people. But
I feel like I heard
in,
the name.
what was that?
I said I feel like I heard that name in something that I was watching, but I'm gonna write it down and do some more work on it.
All right, the Council of Nicaea.
How do you spell it? The N word, NIECA.
NCEA, I think. But basically these books were all like that. The Bible has, just like we were saying, has multiple meanings. Like it means it means the story of the sun, the story of the sun and how it travels in the astros. The sun is Jesus, because when Jesus died on the 25th and
It's
rose,
the
it
Son
was
of
when,
God.
yeah, and when the sun dies, what they meant when the sun died is it's when the sun left, and they thought it was not going to come back, and because the sun was at its furthest part away from where they were, and then when it came back, that's when they said it rose back, or Jesus rose from the dead the third day, or whatever, or so. It's all allegory, and you have to. People are taking it so literal that they're not able to break it down. When they say Jesus walked on water, I've never seen a man walk on water, but you can definitely see the sun's reflection on water.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
See, but the thing is, that's too deep for some people, and they can only see but so far. A lot of people only see what's in front of them and not what's ahead of them.
Yes.
So it'll fucking make a lot of people's brains hurt to put that together. And as you can make it as clear as possible, but one thing that I found is that no matter how clear you make yourself, some people are really just delusional and they have selective hearing and selective reading because they will take bits and pieces of what you say to fit their narrative or to combat what you're saying. And then while they're doing that, I've experienced people combating what I'm saying with basically just regurgitating the same shit I'm saying in a different way. And in the end, they look stupid because when I'm finished listening to them say the same shit that I just said, I tell them you just said the same shit that I said. But they'll be like, oh no, I meant it. No, you didn't mean it in a different way. How you mean it in a different way, but it's literally said the same shit that I said, but just switched a couple phrases up.
Facts. That's just how people are, man. You're right. What you said, you can show them the truth, but they can't. They gotta be willing to accept it. I was just having this conversation with someone in my messages. They were talking about how there's people who are flat earthers, but they don't believe in veganism, or they're vegan but they don't believe in flat earth. And it's like you can't show them the truth, because like I was trying to convince someone the earth was flat and they were using like memes with the geocentric model instead of the heliocentric model. Like it's like they're using, they only want to, you're right, they have selective hearing and they only want to use the information that they can agree with, that their mind can handle, supposedly. Like they're not open-minded. Like we got to start being open-minded as a society and stop taking like everything as factual. We have to like logically think and use other sources, not just one source. We can't just accept NASA as our one source. We can't just accept the education or the religion that is taught to us as one source. Because I grew up a Christian, a Catholic, and I knew both of those. I wasn't feeling them. I didn't understand how you have to pay Jesus God every week, give him some of your tithes, and like I don't understand how all these churches are so big, and
people be paying their tithes when they fucking broke, thinking that Jesus is gonna bless them when that fucking blessing never come.
Facts.
You gonna be blessed by a man that don't fucking exist. But then when you tell people that, they tell you fucking you worshiping the devil, you don't have no faith, blah blah blah. You want to know what another word that starts with an F that's close to faith? Fear. That's why they told you to have faith.
Yep.
Because they done get you into so much fear of believing that if you don't do what Jesus tell you to do, you're gonna die, you're gonna get struck by lightning, all that bullshit. My thing is, I realized Jesus was bullshit at a young age, but I didn't have no choice to say or the knowledge to be like, yo, this is bullshit. I remember vividly asking my pastor, if Jesus loved everybody so much and all that bullshit y'all say, why the fuck was Christianity used as a justification for slavery? But right. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. He gave his only begotten son for people to act like assholes and to treat one race of people like shit.
Right. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand how how they even show it in movies too. How all these slave owners, slave masters in these movies, they would teach the slaves the Bible. They would give them the Bible, like that's gonna help them. Like I don't understand that. I don't understand how.
Let me tell you where the delusion began. I feel like this is where the delusion began, because how the hell, like, what person in their right mind would share the same religion as the people that's oppressing them, thinking that it benefit you? So that same Jesus that the slave master prayed to after he whooped your ass is the same Jesus you pray to after you done got your ass whipped. You ask Jesus, why the hell the slave master whipping you? And the slave master is thanking Jesus for all the fucking slaves he got. How the fuck does that work? That shit don't make no fucking sense.
Nope, don't.
But people are so convinced that Jesus loved them and Jesus coming back and all this other bullshit. The shit is so sad, man. And the crazy thing is, this is how strong the fear aspect of it is, because when I've started getting into the esoteric knowledge and shit and realizing how shit worked, I was really at a point in my life where I was conflicted, thinking that Jesus is going to fucking really come out here and kill me because I'm going against what he's saying.
Same here. Same here. I
But
feel you.
Once I realized that Jesus, once I woke up a week straight and not believing in Jesus and I'm still fine, and once I realized that you get out of the universe what you put in, I stopped worrying because I put good energy into the universe, good vibes, and that's the shit that gets returned to me. And
yeah, all these people, we got all these people freaking waiting for a savior when they could save themselves. We got people. It don't make sense. Like, how are you gonna wait for Jesus to come back when he hasn't been back in 2,000 years? Like, right. Are you really gonna see an angel with an army coming down from the sky? Really? Does that make sense? We haven't seen no angels.
But the thing is, like, bro, I asked somebody this, right? So I don't know much about the Bible, but I know about a few little scriptures and shit.
Yeah, same here.
Say, I don't know if this is in the Bible, but this actually came from this is the lyrics from an Erykah Badu song. She said, we were made in his image, so call us by our name. So when you look in the mirror, what the hell do you see?
I see God.
That's basically them telling you you're God, but you're all your belief into a force that don't fucking exist. When they telling you that you're the force, yet they're still convincing you to believe, to put all your belief in a force that don't exist, while telling you that you're the God that they want you to believe in.
Right? It's like some of it is true and then some of it is not. Like they're telling you that to look in the mirror, and what do you see? You see God. You see yourself, because you are your own God potential. But in the Bible, it also says that that you cannot create him in his image. You know, you cannot. It tells you can't. There's no flesh. You can't.
God is a jealous God. It's only one God, but you were created in my image. So if God is a jealous God and it's only one God, how the fuck was I created in your image if you're the only one? It's so many holes and cracks in the surface that people done went to fucking ignoring them because they can't keep up with them. So they just blindly accepting this shit, knowing that the shit don't make sense, which is even more fucking crazy.
In my opinion, bro, like this may be different with a lot of people, but I think that our God, the God that man has made, is not the God that they teach in the Bible, but the God that man has made. Like a lot of other like esoteric religions, they talk about our potential, the creativity, our brain, our consciousness. That's our God. That's a piece of God right there. Our ability to be creative, our ability to create something out of nothing.
Or think about it like this: if we wasn't gods and we wasn't all this shit that they want to be, why the fuck you think they going so hard to keep us down and to kill us? They look at the GMO, the police killing people of color, Donald Trump trying to build the fucking wall to keep Mexicans out when the fucking wall ain't gonna do shit. So if we clearly weren't gods and we weren't as powerful as they know we are, they wouldn't be going so hard with all the shit that they doing.
Yeah, they wouldn't go so hard to oppress us. Like
really fucking inhumane.
If I think their biggest fear is that everybody starts becoming on the same page, and then we unite and fight. We unite and take down the system that was created to oppress us. Because when you think about it, their army is big right now, but if we all were on the same page, our army would be 10 times bigger, tenfold.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even about like taking down the establishment, getting rid of politicians and none of that shit, because it's all about being strategic. Because it's clear that they're prepared for some shit like that. So at the end of the day, this shit will probably just be like another big ass massacre. Because what the fuck is we gonna do compared, bro? They got fucking chemical weapons, all type of shit. So,
so what are we gonna do? Just continue to be oppressed?
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's about being strategic and using your knowledge to your advantage. Because all of the shit that you're aware of, fucking, you just gotta move accordingly. You feel me?
Yeah.
Cause it's like you wanna like live in the system with no issues. So if you notice anybody that speak out against something, and once it reach a national or major scale, that person's life isn't the same. So what I'm saying is,
They end up dead.
I get that we're upset and we're tired of this shit, but protesting and fucking banding together to fight to get the power ain't gonna do shit but end up with a lot of deaths. Because think about it, a lot of this shit throughout history, this is a whole another stream for another day. But I'm just going to touch on it for a little bit. But people really think that the United States is fucked up, and this is what really humbled me and made me realize that shit is not as bad over here as I thought it was when I realized how bad shit is in Israel. Well, not even fucking Israel, fucking Palestine, because Israel don't even fucking exist. Israel do not exist. Yet they felt the need to take some shit from someone else and call it as their own. Bro, the shit I was watching yesterday is the Israelis can't even go nowhere. They can't go nowhere. That's the real fucking martial law. Like, they can't do nothing without the government checking them. They can't even walk to their neighbor crib. They can't.
See, that's what I think they're trying to establish over here, and that's why I feel like the only way to a better world, a better, like a peaceful society, would have to be a change in the system. Like we can't go on with the same system that's going on today, where they're taxing us and we're using bond. Have you looked?
Go ahead.
Oh, have you looked into our money system?
Bro, the Federal Reserve is not even a government entity. That shit is private. So what we feel is our money don't even belong to us.
Right, exactly. It's basically borrowed money. They created a budget system when they switched from a gold standard to the Federal Reserve, and now everybody's in debt, basically, because they're using borrowed money, and we're depending on banks, and we're depending on when in reality, when the money falls, when the US dollar falls, the next way of trade would have to be like Bitcoin, or it would have to be an online currency or a currency of trade somehow. Because this system that we have going on right now is not working to me, to be honest. Like I personally would want to change it.
The thing you got to understand is, and what a lot of people don't understand, is that a system that wasn't built with you in mind, of course it's not going to work for you. So we keep saying the system don't work, but we forgetting to mention the system wasn't built for us. So how the hell we expect some shit to work for us that wasn't built for us?
Right, exactly. And that's why I feel like, because I feel like it's built in favor of the rich. That's how I feel.
This is what the 1%, from the research that I've done, the term that they use for this 1% are Zionists. And basically what a Zionist is a quote unquote fake Jew. And the quote unquote fake Jews are the Jews of what we know as Israel, but what is really Palestine. Because Palestine is originally, well, I'm not too sure. I think it's a Muslim and a Christian country, but the conflicting ideas between Christianity and Islam is what's really causing the disruption. And like, you know, with the United States officially like claiming Israel and supporting Israel, that's what's really keeping Palestine down. Because when you got a country that don't exist backed up by one of the biggest countries in the world, what the hell are you really to do? And what can you really do?
Biggest country in the world, who's that?
I said one of the biggest countries being the United States, like as far as like with the weapons and shit.
Right. See, that's what I don't like, bro. Like, I don't like the fact that our system, how our system works, how our government military works is we go into other countries and we steal their resources, and the only way to steal the resources is to create distractions within their infiltrate their country. So
All
we
right.
create war.
You absolutely right, and I'm agreeing with everything that you're saying, because if you look at the Gaddafi situation when he got killed,
Exactly.
they killed him because they said he was using chemical weapons against his people. They made up this bullshit, but the real reason why they killed him is because he was going to open up the first African-owned bank backed up by gold.
Yep.
That's the only form of
backed up by Libya's resources.
That's what he was. That's why
and he was saying it there. I have an interview that I like, or an interview of him that I like, just like today, and he was literally saying that the U.S. created Al Qaeda, and Al Qaeda is basically a lobbyist, and they were trying to
government agent. That's what people don't know. He worked for the fucking CIA. People don't even know that shit under George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. kept the shit going.
Exactly, and Al Qaeda basically what made Gaddafi look bad, because Gaddafi, you're right, he was trying to establish a dollar that was based off of the resources of Libya.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of people who've tried to establish, even Saddam Hussein. He was trying to do the same thing, and they hung him publicly, I think. And there's a whole bunch of people that die because they're trying to get rid of the Federal Reserve banking, and the banking. I feel like the banking is what rules the world, because the banking, everybody depends on money so hardcore.
Banking cartels, the Federal Reserve, the Trilateral Commission. It's a couple other groups, but those are the ones that I remember offhand. And it's like they practice nepotism. So just how fucking George Bush Sr. was president, how the hell his son become president? Because somehow, some way, they finessed that shit and made sure that the daddy put the shit in order, and the son gonna make sure that shit stay in order.
Yep.
Just like how Bill Clinton was president, they tried to get fucking Hillary in there, but the shit ain't work.
I don't know. They tampered with the elections, is what I feel.
I want to say this. I know people who hate Donald Trump and all that shit. I'm not a fan of Donald Trump myself, but if they arrest Donald Trump, I'm gonna be highly fucking upset, because there's no way they're gonna arrest Donald Trump and let Hillary Clinton go free. That's just complete horseshit.
For real, because Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation only gave 10% of the everything that Libya or everything that Haiti donated, and they run a child sex or child
Pizzagate, sex trafficking.
Yep.
People think that's bullshit, but bro, listen, they're trafficking these kids so they can harvest their organs, because apparently in these Masonic rituals they use the blood of children to fuel their fire. So they drinking these kids' bloods and shit, and they taking kids from countries that nobody gonna care if they fucking missing. So that's why it go in the news and don't get reported about it, because one, if you stealing kids from a country that don't have no fucking news source and really nobody over there reporting, how the fuck you gonna know kids is missing?
Right, facts. That's how I see it. That's what I see too. That's why I'm saying that this system has to go. There's people in power that need to be gone. It's not gonna work if the power that we believe in is evil or is bad. It's not gonna work for us. You're right though. We have to be strategic, and we have to somehow inform the masses so we won't have to do the fighting. The people will all do the fighting as a collective.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, bro.
The problem with people is that they're too emotional to be strategic. People will much rather react out of emotion just to get their anger off their chest than to not let their emotions get the best of them just so they could practice their strategy. And that's why I advocate for anybody that want to understand how life works and really see this shit for what it is. If you really want to do that, all you got to do is learn how to play chess, because when they don't say life is chess for no reason.
Yep.
And if you know how to play chess, you will I feel like that's why I got to understand and know how this life shit works, because I'm really good at chess. But you would look at me and think, no, this nigga don't know how to play no fucking chess. And it's been times where people had that impression and the game was over in under 12 moves. And that shows you that when you fucking let your ego get in front of your common sense and your strategy, you lose. That's why you never underestimate the power of nobody, even somebody you feel like that have no power.
Yep.
Because you never know what the fuck people is capable of.
Facts, like super facts right there, because I play chess and like every day I always want to be smarter. I always want to learn a new thing. I always want to, that's why I feel like the system sucks to me, because I can't go to a college and they're going to teach me one thing and they're going to make me learn that one thing for the longest time, when I really feel constricted with that thought, because I want to learn everything. I want to learn architecture. I want to learn about technology. I want to learn about agriculture. I want to learn about architecture. I want to learn about biology, chemistry. I want to learn about everything. That's the thing. Like, I feel so.
You know what's crazy about that? You don't need to go to school to do that shit. And we've been conditioned to believe that if you don't go to school and you don't get a degree, you're not going to be successful. And
right,
that success is defined by the same motherfucker that said if you don't go to school, you're not going to be successful. So as long as you keep it real with yourself and you know what you're capable of, fuck a college, fuck a degree, fuck all of that shit, because you can literally do whatever you put your mind to. And what people don't understand is that your thoughts become your reality. So if you're constantly training yourself and telling yourself what you can do, doing it doesn't become an issue, because it's so ingrained in you and you believe in it so much that it's not hard for you to do it. Like me with this music shit, bro. This is how I feel. I feel like I'm a millionaire already. I just don't got my millions yet.
Same here.
I feel like I'm a icon. People just ain't fucking listening, and people don't listen until you're not around no more. So it's like I have everything that I desire, but I don't have it in the terms of reality. But I have it in the terms of my reality, and that's what people understand. Just because you don't have what you want in the physical realm and you don't have it right here, doesn't mean you don't have it. Because what if I told you you have everything you desire? It's just a matter of you actually getting it in the physical and getting it in your presence. Because how the hell you know what you want without having the thoughts and the ideas to kind of help you get there? You feel me? So if you have the thoughts and the ideas to get there, that in itself shows you that you already got this shit. You just convincing yourself that you don't. Just because you don't physically have something doesn't mean that you don't already have it in your possession. And that's what people fail to understand.
That's powerful right there.
Bruh, like the shit is really, it's all psychology. And the biggest thing is reverse psychology that they used on us.
Yep.
Bruh, listen, I don't give a fuck about a degree, none of that shit. I'm in school right now, but it's gotten to the point to where they're telling me that in order for me to get my diploma, I have to take an introductory algebra class that I failed my freshman year. And the class don't even count towards my fucking credits to my diploma. So they just want me to take it so they can get fucking money out of me that I refuse to pay. I will say fuck Bloomsburg and not get my degree before I pay them for a class that's not counting towards my graduation. That's just fucking robbery. And it's people that do that shit just to get a fucking degree. And they just had fucking graduation at my college yesterday. And the thing that I'm thinking about is all of these motherfuckers is so happy to graduate and all this shit. And I'm not knocking nobody that graduate, because it's different strokes for different folks. But everybody is so hyped to graduate when all they're gonna do is after they graduate, go home and live with their fucking parents until a job comes.
Facts, super facts, bro. I've worked with people in the warehouse who've gotten business degrees, accounting degrees, and they're in the warehouse working right by me. Like they're like, man, I can't find a job. I even got like relatives who went to school for like 8 or 9 years, 10 years for doctorates to get their to be a nurse or whatever, and they say they can't find. They're not that the work ain't paying them enough, and they need to pursue more levels of degree to qualify for this certain job. Like it don't make sense. People will learn if you teach them. Like I feel like nobody is dumb. No, not one person is dumb because they have the ability to learn. If you have the ability to
learn and what they're into,
I agree. Right, exactly. Like we're all geniuses in a sense, to our own sense. It's just a matter of what you're absorbing.
Bro, that's what I always tell people. Like we all were put here for a specific reason. It's up to you to tap into your purpose and figure out what the hell you were put here for. And my thing is, people are comfortable with the idea of going to school for 4 years to get their degree, to not work for anybody and to be unemployed, but they're afraid to not get their degree and start a business themselves because they feel like it's going to be hard. They don't know how to do it. Bro, the logic just don't make sense. I heard people feel like they had this shit figured out. I heard somebody say, all right, I'm gonna get my business degree, go work at this banking firm for X amount of years. By the time I'm already in here for 15 years, I'm gonna get a promotion, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm thinking is, all of that time and effort you spending doing that bullshit, you could be making more than that person you're working for by doing your own shit.
Right. That's that's the dilemma I'm stuck in right now. That's the dilemma I'm stuck in right now. I want to open my own businesses, but it's like, where do you get that information to you see? I feel like the world needs more mentors, and they need more.
Listen, all like my studio shit, my business, my paperwork and shit, I did all of that shit myself. I mean, I'm not sure how this shit work in California. This shit might be a little different, but bro, we could sit down and we could go over that shit. And it's just a matter because it's like I don't extend my services to people that be on bullshit. But if I see that you got a goal and you really focus and you really want to do something, I'm gonna do what I can to fucking help, because it's people out here that don't want you to do that shit. And that will see how passionate you are and see what you want to do, and they will see that it's going against the grain, and they will be like, nah, this is not what we need. So they're gonna do everything they gonna do everything they can to keep you down.
Major facts.
That's why I mean, whether people like me or not, I don't give a fuck. But people always got some shit to say about what I'm saying because they know what I'm saying is true, but they don't want to admit it and tell me that I'm right because they feel like I'll get arrogant or my ego will come in and just start talking shit and say, oh, I told you so, blah, blah, blah. When I say this shit every day, I don't give a fuck about being right. I don't give a fuck about being wrong. I care more about understanding. Like, fuck all that right and wrong shit, because what's right to me may be wrong to the next person. So in reality, you never really right. And how the fuck you right about something you don't understand? So you technically wrong. But that just goes to show how crazy people is and don't understand themselves, bro. Like and this is my assessment of people from dealing with multiple different types of people, and I see the same qualities in a variety of people that they don't even see in themselves. And when I speak on it, oh, you think you this, you think you that? No, I'm just going off of what I see. So if you show me you stupid, I'm gonna just assume you stupid.
Facts.
Bro, I don't just be saying shit just to be saying it. Like, I know people probably watch my story like, yo, this nigga be wilding, this nigga crazy, but that's all based off of the shit that I'm seeing and what I'm giving. So it's just a natural reaction to the bullshit y'all putting out there. I didn't wake up one day and just be like, yo, I feel like, see, some people call it being a troll, but it's a difference between being a troll and delivering knowledge to people that's too fucking lazy to do it themselves.
Facts.
And people using this troll term and don't even know what a fucking troll is. This shit crazy, man. Just because a motherfucker don't agree with what the fuck you saying, they get the troll name. I'm not a troll is constantly DMing you, comment on your shit, blah blah blah. That's a fucking troll. But
that's what I got today. I got a troll, so I had to delete him because he only had like one follower, and he went on my page literally just to talk crap.
Bruh, the thing is, it's like I will allow people to talk shit because it shows me how simple-minded you are, and yet people be screaming how open-minded they is. Now it's a difference because I've been in a situation to where I've asked somebody a legitimate question, and this 2 pages on Instagram, 2 prevalent pages in this conscious community blocked me for simply asking a question. And that just showed me that
you ask them.
All right, listen, bro. It's this one nigga on Instagram. His name is Brother Ben X, and he's a part of the Nation of Islam cult.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a fucking cult because that's what the fuck it is. So he's a part of that cult, right? I want to see if I can pull up the comments so I can show you that what I said was not disrespectful in any way, and it just proves my point of how these people are agents. So he said something about Louis Farrakhan and how basically, yeah, no matter what y'all say about Farrakhan, I'm still sticking with him, blah blah blah. So I'm like, all right, no, the video he posted was a video of someone else explaining what Louis Farrakhan doing. The video was bullshit anyway, but I commented on the video. I commented on the post. I'm like, yeah, he forgot to mention how Louis Farrakhan and Elijah Muhammad has Masonic ties. He replied to that comment saying who, and I said the guy in the video and Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan and all that shit. So long story short, next thing you know, I go on this page and I'm blocked. I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah, I see it.
Let me try to get it in focus. Actually, I'm gonna just move my camera so and like put it on the screen. Damn, I gotta get better at doing this because I really want you and I really want people to see this shit. Damn, you can. Is it like backwards on yours or can you read it?
No, I could read it, but it's blurry.
Is it still blurry?
Hell yeah.
Fuck. Let me see if I can get it in focus. Matter of fact, I'll just send it to you. All right, so my comment was, it's funny that y'all say y'all don't worship Farrakhan, but y'all actually say otherwise. Bruh, how the hell you say you don't worship somebody, but they literally worship the ground this man walk on? Every time the nigga out, motherfuckers get on their knees while he's sitting down, give him a handshake, give him a hug, all this other weird shit. But you don't worship him. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's, if you ask me, that's fucking worship. And then my next comment was, he forgot to mention his Masonic ties. He said who? I said the guy in this video and Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan. It makes sense why I never see you speaking about Masons and how they funded the Nation of Islam cult. That was the straw that broke the fucking camel's back. And after I said that shit, I was blocked. Now, these Nation of Islam niggas love putting trolls on blast and love putting people in their place. But when it's somebody addressing some shit that they can't talk about, they gonna fucking block you. But they talk about everything else. They talk about everything else. That's funny, right?
Yeah.
Bro, and that shit showed me how I don't know what agency it is, but these people, bro, think about it like this. This is maybe this isn't weird to some people. Maybe this is normal, but a lot of these activists and Instagram figures and shit, motherfuckers that call themselves activists, they either got a criminal history or was locked up before. So why do people feel the need to listen to someone who was like who wasn't even righteous? Like, yeah, I get people fuck up and make mistakes and shit, but some like these people, some people hold these motherfuckers to high regards when they wasn't just fucking criminals. So what I'm saying is these people can be elaborately placed in these communities as the voice of reason, and they can get people to believe in them when these people don't even got your back. They working for the enemy.
Major facts.
But people don't even know that. Like in the Bible, it say, "Father, forgive them; they know not what they do." So you can't be mad at somebody for what they don't know. But you can be mad at somebody for deciding to deal with some bullshit that they're aware of, and instead of moving different, they still deal with the bullshit. Bro, this shit way too like, stupid, man.
Yeah. I feel like that's what I hate. I was telling someone in my comments about it today. Like, that's what I hate. Like, when people they got a lot of truth to say, but they also spit a lot of like false stuff, you know, like it kind of like discredits what you talk about. Like,
bro, listen,
you know what?
Like the Nation of Islam, they talk about a lot of shit. They want to claim what they did in the community, all this bullshit. But one thing you never hear them talk about is Malcolm X. And when they do talk about Malcolm X, they're talking bad about him. They're talking bad about him. And you want to know why they talk? They try to give Malcolm X this bad name and try to slander his name because Malcolm X was the only one that had enough balls and that wasn't no dick eater and that wasn't worshiping the ground that Elijah Muhammad walked on, and it was actually confident enough to call him out on his adultery. The nigga was fucking impregnating his assistants and then basically chastising his assistants and basically
I read about it.
Yeah, he was doing that shit just to cover his ass.
Oh, Steven said it gets off exactly 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock?
Yeah.
All right.
This shit crazy.
Love you.
But if you gotta go, bruh, we could just end this joint here and pick it up.
No. I gotta go in like an hour or so we still got time.
But you read about it, so you see what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I read that. What's his name? Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah.
I read that. Yeah, I read that he was he had like multiple wives and that I remember that Malcolm was he was around him in the beginning, but then he left because he was like, nah, I ain't with that. Like,
yeah, that was Elijah Muhammad. That was the one that they praise and the one that they hold to such high regard.
Yeah, yeah.
The crazy thing is, bro, like think about it like this. Farrakhan, the leader of the Nation of Islam now that everybody praising, he was a student of Malcolm X. Okay, so with that being said, if they didn't kill Malcolm X, it would be Malcolm X and no Farrakhan. But Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, and the whole Nation of Islam all colluded against Malcolm because Malcolm realized after his Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca, which is considered the holy land for all Muslims, he realized that this white man is the devil and this hate shit that Elijah Muhammad was teaching was not Orthodox Islam. It was Elijah Muhammad's own version of the Islam.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that.
Malcolm realized the bullshit and was like, no, I'm not, that's not what I'm on. I don't fuck with this. So they got rid of him. And bro, the thing that blew my fucking mind, like that I really don't understand, is the Nation of Islam preached this doctrine about how they don't use guns and how they so against guns. But the niggas that murdered Malcolm murdered him with the gun, and they were members of the Nation of Islam. And niggas that he called that he called his brothers. But y'all don't use guns. So how the niggas that kill Malcolm, y'all don't use guns?
See, that's what I heard about Malcolm or Martin Luther King. I heard that his own people murdered him And
Listen, you'll be surprised. Jesse Jackson set that shit up. As soon as
And-
if you watch the assassination video, Jesse Jackson gave them the open target to get fucking Martin Luther King. As soon as Jesse Jackson moved out the way, that nigga dead.
Yep. And Malcolm X, I heard that he died from they got him with a heart attack gun. Didn't he die with a heart attack?
Bruh, no, he got murdered giving a speech. They shot him like he was speaking at a mosque, and somebody got up like as a distraction. The guy screamed, "Get your hand out of my pocket, nigga! Why you got your hand in my pocket?" Like making it seem like somebody was robbing him. And in the midst of that, Malcolm X was trying like calm him down and shit. Next thing you know, a random person in the crowd pull out a gun and just lay it on him, bro. His wife in the front row, his kids, so all his whole family seen him take his last breath. And these is all people that they consider family and brothers and sisters and shit.
That's the thing, bro. That's the thing. Like he was trying to free the people and let them know, make them aware of what is going on within their community and how it is.
The difference between Malcolm X and the rest of the Nation of Islam is that Malcolm really wanted to free the people and he had no ulterior motive. The thing that a lot of people don't know about the Nation of Islam is that it was founded by a white man by the name of H.L. Hunt, some old ass white man. That's who gave Elijah Muhammad the money to get the Nation of Islam started. So with that being said, if you're being funded by a white person, the shit is just how super PACs work now. If the motherfucker giving you money, they gonna want you to teach all the values that they want. You feel me?
Facts. That's what I mean though. Like us, if we ever become big enough to where we're on that kind of pedestal, I feel like we shouldn't be able to speak for the people. The people should speak, because as soon as we put a face for the people, that face gets immediately targeted. You know, like I'm not afraid, and I know you aren't afraid of that, but
that's why I express to people, I'm not saying don't believe what I'm saying, but take the initiative to do your own research so you can say, I learned this from me, not I learned this from Keith, or I learned this from Lewis, or Lewis said that. You can talk to people, I read this, I read that. You know, I was reading this document and the shit ain't sound right.
Hey,
how credible do it sound like saying, oh yeah, my man Louis told me that my man Louis said that. You don't see
it don't sound credible at all, because we're referencing a person that we don't even know.
Exactly. That's
instead of referencing your own brain.
So people may feel like I'm being an asshole and I'm being lazy when I tell them to go do the research, but all I'm doing is doing you a favor by not allowing you to be biased by how I feel and giving you the opportunity to make the decision for yourself.
I have an idea, bro. Let's or every time we find something, every time we do research, save the link, get like a terabyte memory disk or something, save the links and categorize them, and whenever somebody wants more information on a subject, we'll be able to give him that information a lot quicker, you know, like fast.
Yeah, and that was my idea with the whole coming up with the Google Doc thing. So if motherfuckers got questions, we can be like, all right, here you go, send them the link.
Yeah, facts.
That's not hard at all. Like, bro, this shit, listen, I've got to the point to where people know what the fuck going on. They just being stupid and deciding to deal with it because it's much easier than it is to take a leap of faith and have the true knowledge yourself to know who you are, to not be in fear no more. So that's why people still dealing with this shit. They living in fear, but in fear to get out of the fear. The shit just don't make sense.
Once we get enough people, they won't be afraid no more, I feel like, because that's how I feel, because I feel like they don't feel like enough people are on the boat to protect them, because they feel like if they go down the rabbit hole, that they're gonna become targeted, or they're gonna become oppressed somehow. You know, like once we get enough people in down the rabbit hole, the blanket of fear will immediately burn away, and people will be able to obtain information a lot
Hey,
safer.
that's why I want to do the open panel shit. Like just how we on here just building and talking and shit. I have links that I can send to people just so they can join us and join the dialogue. So even if you want to send links to people that you feel, even if it's people that don't even agree with what we saying, because it's all about understanding.
Yeah.
Feel me? I just respect anybody that's willing to even have the discussion. Not even if they don't agree with what the fuck I'm saying. It's all life is about perspective. And the more
Keep that name though, bro. Keep
what?
that name though, open-minded.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna immediately remind the people that they gotta have an open mind to come in our conversation.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The name of the stream is gonna be, are you as open-minded as you think you are?
Yes.
And then as soon as a motherfucker tell you they open-minded, you can just go on and tell them how they not as open-minded as they think they is. Because people claim they so open-minded, but yet be set on what they believe. And it's a difference between being set on what you believe if the logic behind what you believe don't make sense. That's why, like the earth being flat shit. And then I'm not even gonna say that the earth is flat. All I'm gonna say is that it's an infinite plane that doesn't exist. So
right.
Fuck being flat. That'll probably convince people more because they so used to the terms flat and round that if they heard the word infinite and never exist, that'll maybe be more convincing to them because that shit make more sense.
Yeah, because in a sense, we don't really know the shape. We know for sure that we're on a plane, we're on a flat surface, but we don't know that the shape is flat. We know based off what's in our area, you know, like instead of the globe where people are just accepting that information from science, you know, that instead of that they're accepting, or how do you say it? I don't know, bro.
Well, listen,
I lost my train of thought.
The globe says not for educational purposes. And when you go look at a globe anywhere, that shit is in the novelty area. That shit is not in the education section. Because that's their way of telling you that the shit ain't no fucking globe. That's their way of admitting to you that it's not a globe. But they're still convincing you that we're in a fucking globe.
Facts.
If the earth is round and the globe can prove that it's round, why the fuck is it considered not for learning, not for learning? Why?
Right? And people, we gotta use our senses, our five senses, you know, touch, taste, feel, seeing, the way we see things, you know, like
that's true, but people have to also, me too, learn about the 7 chakras and learn about the importance of them, because the idea of senses had to come from the idea of the 7 chakras and how they affect us.
Yeah, your root chakra, and then you have that they teach you about the chakras in a lot of these cartoons too, these animes. Like that's a thing right there. Like
that's the thing that people don't realize. They think like these movies is bullshit, but that's their way of telling you the shit.
Facts. They gotta tell you the truth. But they also gotta cover it with lies.
Exactly. They're not gonna come out directly and be like, "Yo, we fucking y'all over. Good luck." They gonna put the shit in the movie. They gonna put it
right. In the movie. Why are all these movies about cops and FBI? Why are all of them like corrupt, about a corrupt agency like Sicario and
Snowden?
What was that?
You seen the movie Snowden about Edward Snowden?
Describe it.
The CIA, the NSA agent that was a whistleblower.
No, I gotta see it. I gotta watch it. Let me write it down real quick.
Yeah, that movie came out a long time ago, but it's basically about Edward Snowden and how he's taking up asylum in Russia right now because he exposed how the US does surveillance on the citizens when they're only supposed to do it on terrorists according to the Patriot Act.
Oh, I heard about that, but I've never watched the movie, to be honest. But I heard about how the FBI, how they're monetizing everything everybody's doing.
Bro, just the fact that they made a movie about Edward Snowden being as though he's one of the America's most wanted shows you that everything they saying in that movie is true, because that's why he America's most wanted, because he fucking exposing the shit that they doing. Because
Right.
if it wasn't true, they wouldn't be going so hard to arrest this nigga. So that's the United States government way of admitting the shit that Snowden said they doing, because they fighting tooth and nail to lock this nigga up.
See, and that's the thing too. Like all these movies, they have truth, and it's a matter of the people deciphering these movies. You got to decipher them. You got to see the truth within all the lies. Like there's a lot of movies out there that have a lot of truth and a lot of lies.
I'm gonna say the proof in the pudding, because the proof is the truth. So the
Yup.
truth is in the pudding.
Right? What's some movies what's some movies that like we would say has a lot of truth?
It's this film on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's called Esoteric Agenda. I want you to watch that as soon as you get off of here. Cause like, remember I was watching this shit yesterday. All those clips in my on my story that's breaking all that shit down, like everything that you see in my story is from that Esoteric Agenda movie.
Yeah.
So like, bruh, it's probably a lot of shit in there that you're already informed of, but that shit would just be like
Reaffirming
a refresher and giving you some more information about some shit that you didn't know.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely check it out, because like I heard about see, that's what I want to do too, but I don't know the right practices of meditation, because in order to activate your chakras,
in the same boat. Like, bro, every day I talk about how I want to meditate, but I just don't know where to start or how to
how to practice it. We would need someone. That's what I mean by a lot of the things we want to learn. We need to somehow find a way of getting a community together to where we can have mentors of different types of sources, and we can pass this knowledge around as a collective.
And
one moment. Yeah. All right.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go get my brother, but that's what I mean though. I want to practice meditation because I want to be able to activate my chakras and understand a better connection with the energy that I have within and around me. Like, even though I do put positive, I always want to be positive and never surround myself with drama and all that. I still want to be able to practice that energy flow, you know?
Yeah. So
because I heard about prana too. Prana is the same thing as chakras, I think, or some kind of energy like that. Prana.
I gotta write that down because I never heard of that one. I got.
Yeah. Look it up. It's I think it's part of Buddhist monks. What they use.
PRONNA.
PRANA.
PRA.
Prana.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out. But
I still got to look into it too. But I've seen a lot of videos of Buddhist monks that and even other people who've spoken of prana and the energy of prana.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's 0 viewers in here, but I feel like sooner or later, motherfuckers is gonna start picking up, listening, and you know what I'm saying, they gonna be coming to us for the answers and shit. But
yeah, it's all good. Like, are you recording these and posting them, or
no, bro? This is a live stream, so we live right now. So once I end it, it's gonna go on my YouTube page and it's gonna be up there. And like, I'm gonna just keep. I don't even think I'm gonna edit it because I just wanted to be as authentic as possible, just to show the people how serious we is and how real we is with this shit. So
Yeah.
every time we do a stream, it's just gonna be on my page, and like I'll send you the link so you can send it out to people to go watch. And then once people see the dialogue and how we're interacting,
They'll keep tuning in.
They're not even tuning in. They're gonna want to participate. And the thing about this Google Hangout shit, I think you can have up to 10 people in the stream at once. And when we do it like that, we can get more perspectives and different dialogues. And then we can build our own little community. And
Right.
And
That sounds good, bro.
We can learn. The more you know, the more you grow.
Fact.
People that's dying for this shit, like that's really dying to have this type of information. But the thing is, like, what I notice about a lot of these people that do it, like they have good information and they do it, but I feel
The
like
delivery is bad.
no, not even the delivery. They do it with an ulterior motive. So like they're doing it to make money, take advantage of people. Like, bruh, I don't even like, don't get me wrong. Of course I like money and all of that shit, but that's not the end goal for me.
Not the main priority either.
Money comes and money goes. And
Fact.
once people's like, it's a lot of people that claim they care about people that be out here on some scamming shit, scamming people. And I know as soon as I feel scammed, your credibility is done. So you can't be credible after you out here scamming people.
Right.
But I know
we can't be selling stuff. That's what I think. Because as soon as you start selling stuff, they think you're a subscription.
That's what I'm saying. No, this knowledge is free. You can't put a price on this shit. I mean, you could, but that's just the ego and the ulterior motives that's showing you. Now it's different if we doing like a class and we actually putting work in and doing research and knowledge and shit. That's something that you gotta pay for, because this research and shit, it take time and it's time consuming, especially when you want to relate accurate information and not the bullshit.
Yeah.
So that shit become different. But I know you gotta go. I'm gonna hit your phone and figure out when you free to stream again. I mean, I'm off all day tomorrow, so we could probably do another joint tomorrow. But I'm gonna just hit you up just to see how you feeling.
All right.
But
All right, bro.
I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna post it on my page just so we can get people to tune in. And I got you.
All right, bro.
All right,
You take care.
You too.